Alrighty, YouTube, so you've all seen my bird village here that I built for the wife. And birds are starting to be attracted to it because I have seed in those two boxes and in that trough I made right there. Of course, the birds aren't going to be here now because I'm standing here filming it. But I am starting to attract, the little sparrows and the little finches and whatnot. I put another half wine barrel down here. I've got some strawberries planted in it. And, as far as I'm concerned, the birds can eat the strawberries. Whatever attracts them. It doesn't bother me any. So that'll be growing up. And then here's another half-gone wine barrel. And a lady gave me an idea. She said she buys these, and she doesn't use them for planters. Well, she does, but they're for water plants. So since it's a wine barrel, and it's in fairly good condition, you can see it's holding water. I filled this up about 4 days ago and it's been holding ever since. So I know it'll hold water. And I've got a pump on order from Amazon. And I'm going to go ahead and take some planks of lumber, put a few of them, here, just to make like maybe a third of the top will be covered. I'll cut it out in a rounded, fashion and make it look neat, like a little shelf. That way the pump can come up through there, and I'll make a fountain so it can, pump water in there for the birds. That'll attract them, and the running water. And then I'm also going to go ahead and order some water lilies and plant them in there. So that should be really cool. I've seen those things, they grow like crazy. Just, they're not going to survive the winter here, so I guess I could probably take them out and store them in the house, or I'll have to see how I can overwinter them and then put them back out in the spring. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you what I'm going to use for the water feature for the pump. All right, so on my other barrel here, I've showed you I used this old manual water pump here from Tractor Supply, and I took the internal packings out of it so it can just function as a pump now. But I've had this just sitting up here for well over a year. Looks like that was $7 when it was new, and I didn't buy it. I did buy it, but I probably got it from Goodwill or something. I doubt if I bought it at the store. I just got some rocks in there to hold it, some gravel. But this is what we're going to use right here for our water feature over there. I'll show you. Yeah, I figured there's no reason spending more money on something to, it's just going to be cool looking for the water to come out. So once this shelf's on here, I'll have this sitting on there, but I'll probably have it angled somehow or another sitting on there. And then the water will come right out the little end of it, right out to the end of the pitcher there. And yeah, that'll be cool. It doesn't need a lot of volume, just enough, to create a little trickle there. And running water will definitely attract birds. So that's what I plan on doing to that there. And that's why I have it in this location. Get some birds down here. Because right now my feeders, I have a couple feeders set up here. I put black sunflower seeds up on the top of the fence in the mornings to attract them to this area. As you can see, I have some on that rock right there to attract them there. And then I set them up here on the shelves and whatnot. And then on my back wall, those are all bird feeders along the back wall. So that attracts them in. And then that other fountain over there attracts them quite well. And then later on in the afternoon, the doves come. I've got a couple pair of doves that come. They prefer to forage out of the rocks back there. And then I'll have multiple families of quail that come in the early morning and the evening. They usually all fly on top of my shed. And then when they're ready, they fly down, and if you have quail, they're like, they eat like chickens or pigeons. They don't eat from a feeder. You can put a big trough, a bowl of food right in front of them. And they won't eat from it. They'll hop in it and kick it all in the rocks, and then they scratch the rocks up and peck it all out. So that's how the quail like eating. But anyways, that's my next little thing right there to get that going. I'll show you that once the pump arrives and I finish that up. And of course, that one there is going to be a solar pump because I don't have electricity ran over here. So that's going to be a solar pump. My little fountain in the front yard, it's a solar pump. And that one there, I do have electricity ran to that because I did run power to my shed. So that's running off 120 volts. All right, folks. Thanks for watching, YouTube.